Good morning, everyone. Happy lunch to you East Coasters. We are here for Last Night On the stream.tv. I'm Lauren Kelly.
Hey guys, good morning or happy lunch. I am Meghan Lamontagne and I freaking love Tuesday night television.
It was a good night.
It was a good night, of course, because we have Pretty Little Liars and lots of clues were given last night. So Lauren and I are going to try to piece them together, as well as 19 Kids and Counting. Michelle Duggar drops a huge bomb saying that she used to have an eating disorder.
Right. Nobody saw that coming.
No.
And we're going to talk about Newlyweds. The first year. It was the new season last night, and some pretty comical things happened. But before we do that, we want to talk about Repeat After Me, because we are loving this show. It's hilarious. Ellen DeGeneres, you are a genius.
Genius. So funny. Like, always gets me a laugh, for sure.
My favorite part was when Olivia Munn had to gurgle red wine, and I thought, gosh, what a better way to start a morning. We got our coffee.
We got some
red wine.
Let's get our red wine. Okay, so
get it out.
We're going to pull an Olivia Munn and try to gargle. Oh, God.
Cheers.
Okay. Oh, I didn't even get anything. Oh,
that is really hard. Olivia Munn did that really well.
It's way too early in the morning for this.
Don't start gargling with red wine. Use your normal Colgate brands.
Yeah,
that was
absolutely.
Gross.
But Olivia Munn is just hilarious in general. And this guy, were they on a date? Like, what was happening?
I think he delivered the food, and she was like,
and she invited him in?
Yeah.
Oh
so
my gosh.
This is my only problem with that show. So there have been 3 episodes. I didn't see the first episode with Sarah Hyland, but I think she was kind of being like a bee. But last week with Beth Bears, they had her twerk and hit on her dancing teacher.
Right, exactly.
And then this week, Wendy had Olivia hit on the delivery man, and it was almost the same exact thing, just very sexual. And it kind of bothered me because I'm like, why do we have to make all the girls hoes?
That is true. That's a good point. My favorite part was probably when she was like, do you want a Lady in the Tramp with me? He was like,
I thought about bringing spaghetti and lading in the tramping
oh my
with you.
God, our views would have gone way up on that. But it was really, really funny. I love Olivia Munn, and I love the show. So far, Repeat After Me, A+ in my book.
It's definitely the show you can just watch, have a good laugh before you go to Pretty Little Liars and get so confused by all the clues they're trying to throw out there to confuse you and throw you off the scent of it.
I know. So, of course, I talked about PLL last night on PLLAS, and I even had my mug this morning.
She was so great. If you guys didn't see it, you should watch it.
You are hilarious. Thank you. But, there was a lot of clues, and I think the biggest thing that came out of last night was Mona's anagram. And then all of you out there are so smart that you figured out that each of the lines stood for what we think Charles De Laurentiis, or I even saw this morning it could stand for Rachel S. De Laurentiis. So either way, a new character. I know, it's so frustrating.
New characters.
It's so
I
frustrating.
Can't take it anymore. Just tell me who is.
But
I swear, it's Mona. She is still
Mona's
alive.
dead.
No, we don't know that for a fact.
We saw a body, guys.
Yeah, how many times have we seen things and somehow it's been twisted that we didn't actually see it correctly? No.
I know.
No more characters. Please, I can't keep up with it anymore.
And then Varjak's phone number, you guys are also so smart and figured out that the numbers spell out Sarah Harvey. Do you remember Sarah Harvey?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's all these hidden clues, and really all of you are playing detective, we're playing detective, and there's only 2 more episodes before the big A reveal, so
yeah,
I'm very stoked.
I'm stoked too, but I don't like where they're going with Arya's new boyfriend at all. Because they're trying to they showed him outside the house kind of spying, and I was like, oh, maybe he's following Arya to try to take care of her. But then he saw her at the coffee shop and pretended like nothing happened. And they're throwing that out as bait. They want us to think he's doing something weird. I don't know. I'm just tired of being thrown a clue and then have it yanked from under me. It's just so emotional.
I don't think he's guilty at all, but I think that he may be the surprise, the jury, maybe the surprise, what's the name of it?
I don't know.
When someone's up on the stand.
Oh, witness.
A witness, thank you. It's early.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what if he's an undercover cop?
Ooh.
Yeah, because he kind of has that cop vibe.
I like where you're going with that. I like where you're going. So after I watched PLL, I tuned into 19 Kids and Counting because I'm obsessed. And last night, it was, it was very serious and kind of a deep episode in the beginning because Michelle Duggar admits to having an eating disorder when she was a teenager. So the whole episode was focused around being healthy and healthy eating. And they even showed the kids going to the gym. And it was funny because they were like pumping iron. And then, bless their little hearts, they're wearing like the long dresses while they're at the gym. So it's like, oh man, like that's kind of difficult in and of itself. But, all around it was good. And I'm excited because next week is an hour special for Ben and Jessa's wedding.
Woo woo! Can
I just say Jessa Duggar is beautiful.
So pretty.
Beautiful.
I mean, they're all beautiful.
Like, who produces 19 babies and literally they are all beautiful children? Like,
who produces 19 babies, period? I said this to you last week and I still stand firm. I don't understand how you can push babies out of that region 19 times.
Oh, no. I'm scared to do it like once eventually when it has to happen.
I will spawn one child for the sake of saying I did it, and then we're done.
I agree. And Jana Duggar, who is, I think, the oldest girl. She's 25. She's the one on the far right there in the maroon shirt that you're seeing. And she is the oldest, and she's not married, not being courted. And I think she's done with 19 kids and counting. She wants to peace out. She wants to go to college. And that was kind of big news as well.
I read that, and I read what a source said was she knows if she's ever going to get away from mom and dad's and out of Arkansas, she needs to go get an education, which more power to you.
Yes.
Education is great. Educate yourselves. No matter if you go to college or whatever, just keep learning because that's important.
Right.
But I think that says a lot about her, that she's ready to get away from mom and dad and be her own person. Who knows if she'll stick to the lifestyle that she grew up with.
I know.
I feel like it sounds like she wants to break loose a little bit.
She does. It does sound like that. But the poor thing, she's basically the second mom. You always see her running around chasing the kids, and granted they all do it, but I just feel like they call her the Cinderella Duggar.
Yeah.
And she deserves some alone time away from everything to lift herself up.
Absolutely. So I need to tell you about Newlyweds. I wasn't planning on watching this show.
I've heard so much about it, and I cannot wait for you to tell me.
Yeah, so it was basically it's a reality show, and you're just following these couples in the first year of marriage, which sounds kind of difficult. So it's interesting. It's very educational to watch, for people who've been with their boyfriends for 6 years and they won't propose. Anyways.
I was saying to you before, it's literally the same show that they called Newlyweds with Nick Lachey and Jessica Simpson. They're just reinventing it with not famous people.
Yeah. So there was one part where two people, Kirk and Laura, are moving in together. And, they're going through those typical moving in, what do we keep, what do we give away, wars with each other. And Kirk brings in this suit of armor and wants to place it in the living room. And of course, Laura's negative. We are not having a suit of armor in the living room. We can put it on the balcony. So this started a conversation between my boyfriend and I, because he apparently wants one of those manly, very vulgar statues in our foyer, because apparently we're going to be rich enough to have a foyer. So we started looking up statues. So we found this picture, which is kind of
my God, that is horrible.
I mean, if you're into Walking Dead, it could be really cool.
I've seen that picture before. I'm pretty sure I saw it in Sky Mall.
Yes, I think I did too. That's so funny. Okay, but then I was like, well, what else is out there? And we found this picture.
Ew.
How terrifying is that? It is the scariest. It has blood on its face. It's a scary gnome.
I would never want to walk into a home and see that.
If you had 19 children and you had that in the backyard, you'd have some major nightmares and accidents during the night.
For sure. So Newlyweds is a must watch.
Newlyweds is pretty good. I will definitely check it out next week.
Well, I am super excited, and I'm really excited about PLL, I think, mostly for next week. Also in Ben and Jessa's wedding.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, well, we will see you all next Wednesday. Make sure you check us out and tweet us using the hashtag LastNightOn, and we'll see you next week, guys.
Bye, guys!